Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, best-selling author and founder of the Neal Group. Well, here we are. It's 2026. Remember last year when you said never again? Did it work? You didn't start your business to spend so much time doing bank reconciliations, cash flow projections, or inventory analysis. Let us help you keep your New Year resolution to stay on top of your finances and keep your books up to date. Don't do the same thing this year and expect different results. Start the year off on the right foot by calling the Neal Group to help you understand your numbers and make them better. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call 414-325-2040 now to set up a meeting to see how you can make 2026 the best year ever. The first meeting is free. That's 414-325-2040 or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Wisconsin homes ask a lot of their windows and doors. They need to be ready for anything year-round. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, everything we do is built around quality and durability. You shouldn't have to make compromises to ensure you're comfortable at home. So right now, take advantage of 0% financing for up to 4 years. Learn how the right windows and doors can make a meaningful difference in your home's comfort, efficiency, and overall style. With Pella, you'll get expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and the way you live. From design to installation, Pella's local experts are there to guide you every step of the way, helping you choose the right options for your home, your style, and your budget. Thanks to 0% financing until 2030 and our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your decision long after installation day. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 2/28/2026.
Prizes,
flyaways,
even
cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
This hour of Unsportsmanlike is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes and keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. nealgroup.net.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI-HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Shoot, just be patient with our guy today. I think he's going through it a little bit.
Yeah, I could tell. He just plugged me in about 30 seconds ago. But that's all right. We all have days like that.
Well, but again, I don't think it's really his fault. It starts, and I don't understand how in 2026 we're still having issues with printers that we had in 1994. Like, you're investing in in robots that can flip hamburgers. Everybody's investing in AI. They want that. How about we solve simple printing issues? Can we do that?
Why are we using printers? Papers are a thing. Paper is a thing of the past.
Not in offices, pal.
Well, my office it is.
You don't have an office.
I got a quarter of an office.
No, you do not. You don't have an office. Your wife. If you have an office, it's because your wife has an office and she lets you in there sometimes.
No, I'm not allowed in. That's like the training camp war room. I can't even get in there to clean it.
What? You're not even allowed in there to do that?
No, I get to take the trash out. That's about it. Yeah.
She just doesn't leave it outside the door?
She's just mean.
Just not allowed in there whatsoever.
Just to, like I said, get the trash. Yeah. I get yelled at when I clean in there. I'm a little nuts when it comes to cleaning, though, I must admit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you clean before and after the cleaning lady.
80 people in the house makes me want to vomit.
Okay.
People in general are disgusting.
You being the lead one.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of disgusting. You know, you got the spills on the floor.
Put it on the Infinity or Exteriors poll. Is there more than one form of disgusting? Because, I mean, when it comes to humans, like, either you're disgusting or you're not. And you, my friend, might be the most disgusting person I know.
Not really. Not really. When I clean up nice.
Sure. But how often do you clean up?
Seriously, hard clean?
Yeah.
Starts on a Thursday. Starts Thursday.
No, it doesn't.
Ends on Saturday.
Yeah,
sure
no, it doesn't.
Does.
You've walked past me on a Friday, pal.
That's the shirt, though, Gabe. That's not me.
Well, how do you think it got that way?
I'm not buying a new shirt every week to work out and suck it up, Buttercup.
And you are the one who continues to wear it. That is you being disgusting.
It is not.
We need to rein this conversation in a little bit here.
Okay.
Yeah, how'd this start with Josh and get away from Josh?
Chewy, give you a guess.
People buy shirts. They work out in them one time, put it in the wash, and then they use that same shirt then for years.
That's what I do.
No,
so you're saying
you
my
don't
washing machine isn't doing the job?
No, I'm saying the fact that you wear it for weeks, let it get rank, and then throw it out and buy a new one is not the best process.
What should I do?
Wear it one time, put it in the hamper.
No. Let me tell you what.
Let that, again, the hamper kind of collects the clothes, and then when that gets full, you put that in the washing machine. It washes, cleans, it smells great. Like, you don't see me, like, I've got this polo on today, right? I've got this pink polo on today.
Yes.
Guess where it's going at the end of the day? It's not going back on.
If I play golf, I do the same thing.
It's not going back on the hanger.
Gabe, do you know how hard it is to find a 2XL shirt anywhere? And I'll tell you what, because I bought 3 of them yesterday. And I didn't want to do it. Shorts are easy. 36 waist. The inseam is whatever. I like them just below the knees. Yeah. Paid $29 for Quicksilver. You hear Quicksilver?
Yes, the surf brand.
Pretty good. Good. $29. Good value, right?
Okay, sure.
Do you know how hard it is to find a designer 2X? Not even a designer. One that fits, where the collar doesn't wrinkle, where it fits nicely. So I went to my Anatech. Right?
Yeah.
Love them. I can't spend $60 on a damn T-shirt. I can't pull the trigger.
Understandable. But
it's just not fair.
So
when I hold on to shirts, I have a reason why I hold on to shirts. It's impossible to find 2XLT.
What we're trying to do is trying to help you expand the life of those shirts. So just the shirt you're wearing today, for example.
Yes.
Where did you get that shirt from when you put it on this morning?
Amazon.
Now, where was it in your room? Was it clean?
It was clean. And the shorts, I have a different philosophy.
So are you, when you're done with that shirt after you work out
it'll go in the wash.
It goes in the hamper.
It goes in the hamper.
Okay.
But when you wear it, Gabe, 40 times, the stink kind of sucks into the pits.
Yeah, again, I mean, your
Gabe,
propensity to not wear deodorant is, again.
You don't wear deodorant when you're working out. That's like people that I go in there and they wear. Let me tell you what.
Millions.
The list is long of people who annoy me at the gym. Do you think you should wear cologne when going to the gym?
No. But
what about perfume? What about perfume?
I would not. But again, deodorant, to me, is something that's different than both of those things.
I disagree.
Because
this is a guy that doesn't wear cologne.
Yeah, I've never worn cologne because you know what I look at cologne as?
Yeah.
Cologne is an accessory. It is a luxury. It is something that, okay, if you got a little extra money, you can throw it your way. You know what I look at as deodorant as? That's a necessity. Like, you need deodorant the same way you need soap in the shower and toothpaste for your toothbrush.
Well, when I go get a haircut, I put it on the outside.
Yeah, and we've been over that.
I wonder why your shirts are getting ruined.
Another thing?
I mean, look, and I guess this is just kind of a waste of time for me and Josh here, Chew. I mean, you're 57 years old now. You're not changing your ways. You're pretty set in stone here.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Josh, be truthful here.
Yeah.
Because Josh will have my back. What do you think of people that walk around all day long with earbuds in their ear?
That's me. All the time.
All right.
24/7.
How's the weather back there?
24/7. If I'm not having headphones on to do
I think
radio,
it's douchey. Are you listening to music though?
most often podcasts.
Okay. But what about the guy talking in the gym on his phone? On his phone?
Yeah, I don't do that.
Okay.
A lot of people wear it as like a cultural signifier, I guess. And sometimes, they're taking phone calls. And I mean, I'm just keeping to myself. I wear it to the grocery store. I wear it like as I'm doing things.
No. And I really know why you do it. And I appreciate it.
So people don't talk to me.
Exactly.
100%.
All right. Now,
Thank you.
Now you guys are coming back together in common ground. Like Chewy,
I'm with him.
Chewy going from Josh is going to have my back to, oh no, I'm now making fun of Josh and the panic. It was an all-time turnaround, but now you guys are back together. Now you guys have found a unifying force to bring you guys back together.
Good. God, my gym is really starting to annoy me down here.
Well, I thought the gym was a good place for you down there. I mean, obviously outside of January, because January it gets flooded with people who have the New Year's resolutions and stuff. But I thought after we get to February, you're in the clear.
No, and God bless old people, but all they want to do is talk to you. I'm sorry. I go to the gym to get in and out of there in 50 minutes. I don't want to spend an hour and a half there, you know?
Yeah, but
I can only look down so much. Sometimes I have to look up. But it's like you can't make eye contact. You make eye contact and you're done.
So are these people that you have been friendly with in the past? Or are these just strangers?
Hello.
Who want to come up
doing?
And say hello because they're lonely and want to make human contact?
I have never had a workout partner, even in Green Bay, in my entire life. Because if you're going to work out with me, you conform to the way I work out.
Sure.
I don't want to stop and talk for 5 minutes and do a set.
In between sets, sure.
I'm laser focused. I go in there, I got my routine, and I can be mean.
I mean, but maybe if you talk to some of these people, Chew, you've got, you have a set number of people you're supposed to hit, 5 people a day you're supposed to talk to?
Who, with Ange?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hit that at the grocery store.
See, and that's where I want to be left alone. I don't want anybody chatting me up at the grocery store.
Oh, grocery store, I don't mind, Gabe.
See,
because I'm there every day, I don't mind. Like, I have no problem spending a half hour at the grocery store every day. Doesn't bother me at all.
The rules you have for your life are fascinating to me.
Why?
Well, because why would you be okay with spending more time at the grocery store and chit-chatting to hit people up there versus the gym?
Because of muscle memory. My muscles, I wait probably 35 seconds between the next set. I don't want to wait 5 minutes. That's the problem. Now I can sit there and talk. Gabe, I can talk to you about blackberries all day long. Have you tried these?
You're chatting with the neighbors about blackberries at the grocery store?
Oh, I know all the checkout ladies. I know all the checkout ladies at Publix down here. Yeah.
They get excited to see you every day?
Oh, they love it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just had to pick up these blueberries. They were on special today.
I go to the grocery store, and it feels like the person at the cash register most often just hates my guts.
Really?
I'm not talking to them.
Oh.
They're not talking to me. It's usually a silent excursion. You get a total, you pay, and you say, have a nice day.
So most of the time when I go to the grocery store, I just use the self-checkout because there are very few checkout lanes even available at like the one that I go to.
I have a thing. If I'm like 25 items, I'm not doing self-checkout because then it gets cumbersome of unloading and reloading, taking the bags out, doing that whole number. I have a threshold. If I'm 25 or under and I think, I can do this in the 3 or 4 bags that are part of the register, then I'm fine. Then I'll do that every time.
Yeah. There is one lady at the checkout counter at the Metro Market I go to.
Yeah.
And so if she's there and I like Josh, if I've got a bunch of stuff or if I have alcohol, just because a lot of times, even the kid that's responsible for the self-checkout has to go get a manager because they're not even old enough to check you out. So if I've got a bunch or if I've got alcohol, I'll usually go through this one, and she's usually there in the middle of the day. And I went through, Josh, I know you've used these with our friends at Palermo's. Every once in a while, they'll hook us up with a manufacturer coupon where you get a free pizza. And I used a couple, and she, where did you get these? Like, she looked at them like they were gold. Like, man, how do you get these? These are unbelievable. How do you choose which one are you going to use it on? She just hit me up on how did you make all of these decisions on what Palermo's pizza were you going to get?
Yeah, but they also give you the look like you're stealing something. What are you stealing here? On self-checkout, I'm talking.
Oh, on self-checkout?
Am I right? Yeah.
I mean, again,
here's the thing. So I don't want to say a lot of people. More than a couple are stealing.
That's
and I'm not talking about stealing because we have no other option. I'm talking about stealing because it's like, I'm getting one over on them.
Yeah.
Maybe we get the organic version and we buy the normal one.
Which I'm sure, Josh, they factored in.
Yeah.
And they've decided you stealing, an organic red pepper versus the regular red pepper, it's not as valuable as having as many people as they need to have a lot of checkout counters open. They've done the math. I'm sure they have. Not that big of a deal. We're stretched out. We're warmed up. And look, we teased this on Tuesday. I'm sure we're going to get into it today. But I had brought up Jayden Reed. And this is still something I am fascinated with. So we'll probably talk a little bit about it after Jason as well. But Jayden Reed is somebody we haven't talked about this offseason. We've talked about Tucker Kraft, him getting an extension. Christian Watson. Oh, do you extend Devontae Wyatt? What do you do with, and obviously the free agents, guys like Sean Ryan, more of a priority because they're actually free agents. But typically, with a year left on a deal is when you do a lot of these contract extensions. What do the Packers do with Jayden Reed? I think it's been something that's been under-talked about, and I honestly want to know. Could get feisty with me and Jason as we talk about Jayden Reed and what his future looks like. That's coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
All right, a little bit of a backup on eastbound 94 right past Barker Road. You're back on the brakes from 76th Street past 68th. The westbound side of 94, a little tight right through the stadium interchange. Other than that, we're really not seeing too many issues out there. A couple broken down vehicles here and there, but they're all out of traffic. So I'm not seeing anything else to affect your ride. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast today, partly to mostly cloudy, a high of 41. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Homer here from ESPN Wisconsin. Founded by inventors, fueled by community, and focused on business for 130 years, Horicon Bank has helped Wisconsin businesses grow, doing banking differently since 1896. If you're a local business, that same local approach is part of the Milwaukee business community, bringing decisions closer to you. Financing approved in days, not weeks. Bankers who understand your business. Products built for real cash flow needs. When it comes to commercial lending, Horicon Bank gets the job done. Together, doing good for 130 years.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. Yeah, I didn't think so. If you're feeling pain that makes you feel older than you are, there's good news. QC Kinetics patients here in Milwaukee are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life at full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Dr. Caravelli and the team at QC Kinetics and their medical professionals use the latest in regenerative treatments, backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body and concentrate them right where you need relief. Nothing makes it more real than hearing the real story stories behind QC Kinetics. Mike is training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Kathy walked around Disney with her grandkids. Alan is back to work, now climbing ladders like no big deal. All real QC Kinetics patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases, and the sooner the joint damage slows down. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics and their regenerative treatments. Your visit and consultation is absolutely free. Give them a call now at 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Toscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
Quickly before we get to Jason, Mitch chimes in on the Carbless Talk and text line, 800-990-3776. I feel seen on this red pepper thing. Apparently Mitch, one of the people who, maybe grabs the organic one and just enters the regular one through the self-checkout. We'll appreciate you being vulnerable and honest. But it is time for our friend. It is time for our team. It is time for Jason Wilde here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Gabe. Good morning, Chew.
Hi, buddy.
So you just want to get into it here? We teased it on Tuesday.
You clearly are looking forward to this because you never call this early.
That's fair. Hey, that's fair. But at the same time, Jason, I thought that we want to make sure we've got enough time for this discussion.
Yeah,
but
no, that's why you're a national radio host, because you're savvy like that. Why don't we just start here though?
Okay.
What do you got? What do you have against Jayden Reed? Just tell the world your bias, okay, and then we'll get started.
So when it comes to Jayden Reed, I just have questions about how the Packers view him because, and we have to throw this last year out because of the injuries, and it just kind of throws off the snap count because he got injured early in the Washington game, so I think that kind of brings it down a little bit. But he is somebody who has played just a little bit over 50% of the snaps in his first 2 years in the Packers, which, again, to be the leading receiver and only playing roughly 50% of the snaps, that's impressive. But at the same time, when you take a look at the studs at that position, they're on the field all the time. They're constantly on the field. So that's what makes it interesting to me, Jason, now he's going into his last year. We've talked about it's a no-brainer. Tucker Kraft, extension. They got to figure that out. We've talked about Christian Watson, and that's a little bit more complicated, trying to figure out what the numbers might be. Maybe he wants to bet on himself now that he's got the $13 million contract this year. Maybe he's looking elsewhere, right? Maybe he goes, okay, I'll sign for a more team-friendly deal. We've talked about Devontae Wyatt, but Jayden Reed is also going in his last year of his contract. And I haven't heard a lot of chatter about, the Packers, 100%. I've heard more about Romeo Doubs, who I thought was a foregone conclusion being gone, maybe the Packers have some interest in bringing him back, more than I've heard about Jayden Reed. So what do you think the Packers are going to do with Jayden Reed?
Yeah, I mean, the Doubs conversation is because he is indeed a free agent now, right? He'll be hitting the market. That's why we're talking more about him than we are about Reed. Look, you make very valid points. We've been through this, whether it's been in a trailer at Summerfest, whether it's been on other shows, Green Bay Game Day, this program, Wilde and Tausch. Like, you make very fair points. I don't know exactly how the Packers view him, and him missing the vast majority of the 2025 season brings us no closer to understanding how they view him, how they want to use him in 2026, and whether they would like to pay him to stay longer. I look at him only through the lens of, I think he is a slightly bigger, stronger Randall Cobb. And while both of those players are roughly the same size, both of those players dealt with injuries because they're not, big, hulking wide receivers who have better durability. Because they are undersized players, they have dealt with injuries. But I look at Randall Cobb's career, and I look at the 2014 season, that when you factor in the playoff production that year, Randall Cobb was even more productive than Jordy Nelson. I wonder what exactly, if they don't have Romeo Doubs this season, which I still don't think they will. I think he'll be leaving in free agency. And if Jaden Reed is healthy, unlike breaking his collarbone in week 2 last year, I'm very eager to see how they deploy him, because the admission that Matt LaFleur made at the end of the 2024 season was that he's too important of a piece of what we do for us to put him in harm's way with such frequent jet sweeps and other plays that exposed him to injury. So if that's how they view him, as such a vital piece that they need to use him differently, then will they put their game planning where their mouth is on that this season and utilize him in that way? Because, look, he got hurt on a play that is not let's try and use him in a bunch of different ways. Like, he got hurt on a play that he made a ridiculous catch that should have been a touchdown, right?
Yeah, it got called back due to a penalty. Yep.
Right. So, it wasn't like, we ran him around the end and he got blasted by a linebacker and he broke his collarbone. Like, he made a ridiculous catch, got his feet in, should have been a touchdown without the penalty, and then landed and broke his collarbone, which, we've seen Charles Woodson do that. We've seen Aaron Rodgers do that.
It's a football injury. Like, I don't blame him. No. And again, I think he should get credit as well, Jason, for trying to play through the Jones fracture. Like, that was.
Yeah, I heard a reporter made that story up and didn't have any sources, just made it up.
Correct, Josh. He wasn't trying to play through it. He was playing through it.
Well.
he was just straight up playing through it, and then the collarbone had nothing to do with that. But I'm also trying to figure out when you look at wide receivers, Jason, there's just there's not a lot of examples of guys not getting big time cash. Like, there's the top of, obviously, which doesn't apply to Jaden Reed. The $40 million that Jamar Chase is making. There's a bunch of guys in the 30s. There are some veterans like Devontae Adams in that 20 to 25 range. But in terms of, if you're not going to pay your receiver big-time money, I can only come up with 5 names that aren't on rookie deals that have signed. I would call them medium, but I guess for wide receivers, they're smaller-sized extensions.
Okay.
So Jacoby Myers, who just signed a 3-year, $60 million extension after he got traded to Jacksonville from Las Vegas this year. So he's making $20 million, so that's kind of the top end of it. Khalil Shakir, I think, is the most accurate, probably, comparison when we're talking about some of the statistical things that both these guys have done for the Bills. And before last year, in the same spot that Reed is in right now, 4 years, $53 million. Darnell Mooney, after leaving Chicago, signed a 3-year, $39 million deal. Rashad Bateman, similar situation. After his first 3 years as a non-first-round pick, signed a 3-year, $36.75 million deal to stay with the Ravens. And then Darius Slayton, who's a little different. He signed a 2-year deal after his rookie deal with the Giants and recently signed a 3-year, $36 million extension at $12 million a year. So you're probably looking somewhere between, I don't think he gets 20, but like somewhere between 12 and 15 and 16. And given some of the other issues the Packers have salary cap-wise, that's where I also wonder, okay, how does this all work? How does this all fit in? Because, maybe they end up losing some wide receivers. But, you did draft a first-round wide receiver, but you'd really sign, you could sign Jaden Reed to a 4-year extension, and then that time's up if Matthew Golden continues to grow, when he would potentially be a free agent, you would give him an extension, and you can move off of one, bring in the other. Like, there's a number of different ways you can do it. But I also just wonder about the Packers and their salary cap situation that they're in.
Yeah, so, and the other factor in this is that there is another wide receiver in the 2023 draft class that I have been hey, this guy's got a lot of Devontae Adams in him. And, by the way, so is
the head coach.
Matt LaFleur. Yeah, and then Troy and Joe Buck said it on the broadcast after Matt LaFleur told him not to.
He's got an issue with those guys over on Fox.
So, well, he's got issues with he should take the same approach with production meetings as I try to take with my appearances on other shows, which is don't say something that's going to get you clipped.
But here's the thing, Jason. Maybe just like the coach, you just can't help yourself. You got too much good stuff. You got to get it out.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to avoid it now. So here's the thing. Dontavion Wicks.
Yes.
Who he's dealt with lingering injuries the last couple of years that have factored in as well. He's a different type of player, obviously. As of now, if you had to predict today what they would do with him, you would predict they would have let him walk a year from now, right? Based on what production he's had, and take the chance of, okay, he signed somewhere else, has a bigger role where they don't have such a log jam at wide receiver.
Yes, Jason, with the caveat of, unless, again, they try to enter extension talks with Jaden Reed at some point this offseason, they go, ooh, he wants more than we were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Which would then open the door potentially for Wicks, because I think everybody agrees Wicks would be a cheaper option. While they play kind of different positions, obviously Reed more out of the slot, but just having bodies in that wide receiver room, if Wicks is cheaper, they've got Savion Williams there as well, and I think that's got to factor into some sort of decision-making when it comes to Reed.
For sure. But if you made that decision totally in a vacuum, you would say that you would move on from Wicks.
Yes.
If we're not factoring in anybody else.
Correct.
Right? And that pains me to say because that's my guy. Right, that's the guy that I thought was eventually going to, and maybe that happens this season still. I don't know what's going to happen in 2026. But I would also wonder, to your point, after all your extensive research, which great, that was super useful. What will Jaden Reed and his agent, who is, I believe, Drew Rosenhaus, right, as we learned last offseason, what kind of opposition research has he done to find out, all right, what's the market going to bear for him, right? Because these agents, the ones that are good anyway, they have a pretty good idea of what their players' market will be. But again, with all those variables, right, he has to stay healthy. Like if he wants to bet on himself, he has to stay healthy in 2026. And the whole idea behind extensions in season, which again, the Packers, Goody's down there in Indianapolis. Now he's lowering the percentage of players that you re-signed to second contracts from your draft class. He's lowering it it was 1.6, now it's down to 1.5. Like he's fudging the numbers. So if we're looking at Jaden Reed, I don't know what evidence do we have over the last X number of years of the Goody regime that they have wanted to extend guys in season. Like we've got Jair Alexander, we've got Rashawn Gary, right? Rashawn Gary was October of 23 that they gave him that deal. Both of those deals, by the way, if you're being honest and not, talking about how productive Rashawn Gary was in the second half of last season, you're saying, well, I wish I hadn't had him sign that deal, right? If you're the Packers.
Wasn't Bakhtiari in the middle of the season?
Yeah, it was like November. And
then he tore his ACL in December.
New Year's Eve, yeah. So, are they going to if Reed doesn't get something before the season, right? Because that's where they basically have signed guys to extensions since those contracts kind of all went south. The time they sign guys to extensions is training camp, right? They got one done with Love. They got one done with Tom. They got one done with Kenny Clark a few years ago.
Yep.
Again, a third contract, and one that they were, I still think that he was. No, Jerry, Jerry, I don't want to give up Kenny Clark. No, I can't make him part of this trade. He's too. Okay, I guess we'll let you have him too. My point is that if Jaden Reed bets on himself and gets out of the gate quickly in 2026, are they going to sign him to an extension? Because I don't have any evidence at this point that that's something that's in their playbook, right?
Well, and I'm guessing with Drew Rosenhaus, if you're going to bet on yourself, you're going to bet on yourself, and you're going to take that thing all the way to market.
Right. So, again, I don't know what his market will then be, but you are in that perilous spot of, if Wicks is not a guy that's worth keeping, right? We don't know what his 2026 season will look like. If you can't find middle ground with Christian Watson, right? I mean, who knows what his season will look like, right? And there's no rush to do an extension with him, even though they can. It's different than the Love situation. But you don't know what you're doing there. Suddenly now you go from having this overabundance of wide receivers to you're going to have 3 that are all in contract years this season. And you got to sign somebody, right? Because I think we saw even though Goody's kind of complaining at the Combine about how Matthew Golden was deployed, you kind of saw that you can suddenly rely on young guys, and they don't really help you that much, depending on who they are. So it is a very challenging scenario. I admit my bias that I like Jaden Reed. I like his makeup. I think he's the kind of guy they need more of in the locker room. I know that sucks that he broke his collarbone, but I see him as a guy that maybe has been underutilized, that can do more things. Did he line up in the slot or outside on that Reed's down there somewhere pass in L.A. when he went up between 3 defenders and caught the ball? Like, I'd have to go back and look at that
I'd have
play.
to go back and look, yeah.
But him and Cobb, I would argue, are they more likely to line up in the slot, and should they? Sure. But are they capable of being outside receivers? What's the difference between Golden and Reed in terms of, stature and why you would feel like one guy can line up outside and the other guy can't?
Again, I'm not saying Reed's slow, Jason, but Golden's faster, and Reed, in his first 2 years, the knock on Jaden Reed has been he hasn't been able to beat man-to-man coverage.
He was in the slot. I just looked up the play.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your service, Josh.
Yeah, so again, I don't know. Hi, Chewy. This has been your best segment ever, by the way.
Sorry, I've holmgrimmed you here a little bit here, Chewy.
Okay,
sorry.
we're even. Are you good, Jason?
I'm great. I'd love to talk to you if you have time.
Okay, Jason, personnel-wise, there's a difference between a 3-4 and a 4-3. When Joe Barry was here, they were in a 3-4. Hafley comes, they go to a 4-3. Now, Gannon, the last 3 years with the Cardinals, has run a 3-4. Do we have any idea what he is going to do?
Yeah, Goody told us he's going to run a 4-2-5.
Oh,
that's what he said. That's what he said Tuesday. But again, and everyone had fun at my expense, thanks to Matt LaFleur, when I basically said they had 2 down linemen on a play, and then he gave me the whole spiel about how sub packages and the edges become defensive ends, and yes, Matt, I know they were stand-up guys though. They did not have their hand down on that famous run play where it looked like they had no idea what was coming in the 2023 season. Was that now? Look, I'm tired of it's all sub package anyway. It does matter. Pete Doherty, God bless him, who covered you back in the day, has been he's been obsessed with two things. Colin Oliver. I mean, he asks more questions about Colin Oliver than Colin Oliver's own parents when they probably have him at a holiday. Hey, how are things going with the Packers, son? And then is Gannon going to have his guys stand up on the edge or put their hand in the dirt? He is on a quest to find out this information. And I understand that it's kind of this flowy thing that it doesn't really matter all that much, but it does matter to some degree, like the alignments and everything else. Like, help you, Chewy, you're the one who played in the league, so no one's going to listen to me.
Yeah.
There is a difference. There's a difference.
Huge difference.
And that you don't so this idea that, oh, it doesn't really matter, I don't understand why they, like, just call it what it is. And by the way, make Jonathan Gannon available so he can explain what he's doing. So, again, I'm glad you bring this up.
If you're in a 3-4, Jason, and you're bringing everyone on the line, that's technically a blitz.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
It's technically a blitz because you're one defender short to play zone because one of those guys, if you're bringing 4, has to play the flat. Either Micah Parsons or Lucas Van Ness has to be in the flat unless you're bringing them all, and that's considered a blitz. So you can only do so much coverage-wise out of that. So, yes, there is a huge difference. Huge.
Yeah, and I don't know how many coaches, like Goody said this, you know, Gannon obviously played a 4-3 during his 2 years in Philly, and then they ran a 3-4 his 3 years in Arizona. Like, I don't know how many coaches have a history of, like, literally running different systems, right? And, like, Jeff Hafley, God bless him, and God, I wish him nothing but the best in Miami. But while he would do different things, right? He would certainly try a variance of different things. He still was a 4-3 base, and that's everything came off that. It wasn't like he was changing from a 4-3 to a 3-4 on a week-to-week basis. So again, this is why, because fans do want to know this. In addition to why Gabe hates Jaden Reed, they want to know what exactly are they going to be defensively. So I wish I had a better answer for you on this, Chewy. But when Goody was asked about it, it was kind of dismissive, frankly. Well, they're going to run a 4-2-5. Like, that's the same way I say, well, it doesn't really matter because you're mostly a nickel anyway. I mean, I do know this because I was talking to somebody that covered Gannon. He likes to have safeties on the field. So that is kind of a good fit for what their personnel is because, right, they basically play 3 safeties because they play Bullard as their nickel. And he's kind of a good fit for doing that now for Gannon. But, again, I'm glad you asked that, Chewy, because I don't have a clear understanding of what they want to be. But and Pete Doherty, when he goes on this inquest, never gets a really good answer. They do both. Sometimes they put their hand down, and sometimes they stand up. Okay, thanks for clearing that up.
Jason, we appreciate the time. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde joins 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Again, will be joining us tomorrow here on the show. WTMJ throwing strikes for a cause, and you are invited. Bowling for Babies happening Saturday, March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls, raising funds for the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Put together a team for 4. Hit the lanes. Registration just $170 per team. All proceeds and fees benefit the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. If you want in, text the word baby to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Bowling for Babies. Also, it's up right now. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on the radio, go back to the YouTube page. You can find it. There's a QR code up on the YouTube page right now. Again, easy to register. Bowling for Babies. Let's bowl and help families who need it.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking pretty good out on the roads right now. We do have westbound 94 with a little bit of a backup heading through the stadium interchange to about 35th Street. Eastbound is backing up a bit from 76th Street past 68th. A little bit of a buildup on the bypass as well, heading westbound towards Loomis. But at this point, we're moving along pretty well for the rest of the system. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly to mostly cloudy, a high of 41. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 31. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play TPC Scottsdale for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by February 28th. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
If you're headed to a Milwaukee Bucks game, you can make a bet at Potawatomi Sportsbook and catch a shuttle to Fiserv Forum. After a purchase or a bet, they're going to give you a wristband. That wristband gets you on the shuttle, takes you to Fiserv Forum so you can enjoy all the high-flying action. Shuttle pickups and drop-offs are at the Annex. That's right next to the Potawatomi Sportsbook. They begin 1 hour and 15 minutes before the game, and then they run nonstop until 1 hour after the game. Bet above the rest only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Navigating today's complex market takes more than a bank. It takes a strategic partner. Fifth Third Bank helps businesses manage risk and solve financial challenges with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. With 167 years of experience and nearly 20 years serving Milwaukee, Fifth Third delivers solutions like commercial payments, capital structure optimization, and risk mitigation. Big enough for sophisticated solutions, local enough to make decisions that matter. Connect with the Fifth Third Milwaukee team today. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Basketball fans, watch DME Academy on the campus of St. John's in Delafield this Saturday at 4 p.m. See high-flying Wisconsin recruit Latravian Fenderson, 7-foot Gaten Waffo, and 6'10 Trev Rodemaker. This is elite high school hoops. Youth coaches bring your team to see DME Academy in the last home game of the year, honoring the seniors. This Saturday at 4 p.m. on the beautiful campus of St. John's in Delafield. Free admission for everyone. You will see slam dunks.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Josh said it's garbage.
I'm so glad that Josh is getting a front row seat.
He said it doesn't work.
Chewy,
am I right or wrong?
We call that a setup in the biz.
On 94.5 ESPN.
At the Ewald Automotive Group, they believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of lower payments. That's why they're giving you $1,500 over book value for your trade-in. Get into your new vehicle with payments starting under $250 a month. Over 1,400 vehicles backed by their low price guarantee. $1,500 more for your trade. Payments starting at under $250. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of lower payments based on Kelly Rubik. Fair trade value applies to 2013 or newer model years. With Ewald, they make it easy. You should trust them, just like I trust them, by heading over to ewaldauto.com. What do you do with Jaden Reed? Now,
Why are you so fired up about it?
I'm just curious about it because, again, we've spent a lot of time talking about a lot of other players, and I understand my view of Jaden is probably different. People love Jaden Reed, and I get it. Like, dude's electric. But again, he's never played over 80% of snaps in a single game. So, Jason says that I hate Jaden Reed, right? But my questions about Jaden Reed is, well, how does the coaching staff actually feel about him? Because if he's this dynamic, electric game changer, he's out there more than he is. And I just don't know how they feel about him in terms of, okay, are they going to sign him to an extension? And if they make him bet on himself, or if he decides to bet on himself, okay, what does that mean for a contract? Are they able to come to something that's beneficial for the Packers? It's fascinating to me because it's really the next domino to fall in what's going to be a pretty complicated receiver situation. When you think back to the 2010s, Chew, and everybody always loves to talk about that Sports Illustrated cover, and it's got Jennings and Jordy and James Jones and Driver and all these guys. Those guys were staggered, right? Like they were like, yeah, and then Jennings is leaving. Now Jordy can fill that role, and then Devontae Adams comes in 2014, and Randall Cobb and all these different things, and they were staggered. That's not what this receiver group is. I mean, outside of Matthew Golden, all these guys were taken in one of two draft classes. So the decisions you have to make, and in terms of trying to backfill the position group, it's just a little bit more difficult because it's not set up the way it was in the 2000s when they had this line of great receivers and this run of great receivers with Rodgers.
Well, this is what I think. I think Romeo Doubs has hit his ceiling.
Yep.
Right? I don't think Jaden Reed has hit his ceiling yet, but I think he's better than Doubs. Okay?
I would agree.
So they will have a decision there. Devontae Wicks hasn't hit his ceiling.
Yep.
I don't know if he ever will because I don't think he gets it. I just don't think the sense of urgency is there for him. He doesn't get it. I mean, he'll have a nice game and then he'll disappear. But LaFleur's got blame in this because this is how he likes to do it for whatever reason. I don't know why.
The receiver by committee thing you're talking about.
And I told you, Gabe, guys don't get tired. If you get tired on a football field for X amount of plays that you're playing, then you're not in shape.
I mean,
a lot
of times you'll see a receiver come off the field. I don't think it's necessarily because they're tired, Chew, because they just ran a go route. It's an incomplete pass, and now to get all the way back to the huddle in time to get the playoff and everything off. So I think you see that on occasion. After you run if you run a go route, it's an incomplete pass, and you just go to the sideline, somebody else comes in for you, which again is fine.
Yeah, we used to do it back in the day without any problem, but players are different today. I think ultimately they want Watson, Golden, Reed, Tucker Kraft.
Okay.
As their offense for a handful of years. And that's a pretty good receiving core, wouldn't you say?
I would be happy with that receiving core.
But for whatever reason, Gabe, they put restrictor plates. I don't know if they're afraid that they're going to get hurt, if they're going to get tired. But I hate, I knew it was best for the team, Gabe, but I hated splitting time with Keith Jackson.
Yeah.
I was just getting to my prime, and I'm like, because you just lose the feel of the game. Even though I was 3-1 with him, and Keith was older than I was, and he was on the backside, so he was fine with it. But I'm like, you don't want to come out of a game, especially when you have a good series. You have a catch or two, and you're blocking real well, and then it's like, okay, you got to sit for the next drive, which could be 10 plays long. And then you got to go back in, and then it's like, okay, let's get back into that rhythm. It's just, I don't know. I don't agree with it.
And I hope they kind of change it. But again, I'm curious just to see what happens. And again, with Reed, chances are it doesn't happen, as Jason pointed out, until we reach training camp, because that's when those extensions typically happen for the guys that are going into the last year. But if he gets to a point where he bets on himself, you're not getting a team-friendly deal. Now with Drew Rosenhaus as the agent there. And then
let me ask you this, Gabe. You think he does this? You think LaFleur does this to keep their salaries down? They don't want them having a 95-catch season for X amount, because then all of a sudden they're like, all right, he's going to be $26 million. We can't afford it.
I mean, I hope not.
I would just like an explanation.
Sure.
Why you do it that way.
Like, I hope not, Chew, because to me, then if you're keeping difference makers off the field to keep their costs down for the future, that's not being all in on a season.
Well, let me ask you this, Gabe. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Why do they do it offensively and they don't do it defensively?
I mean, they do it with
Keyshawn,
Rashawn.
you're going to come out for 5 play. Xavier, we don't, we're going to just play you 60% or 70% of the snaps. Why do they do it Why do they do it offensively and they don't do it defensively?
I don't know. Because, again, wide receiver is one of those positions. Yeah, you rotate in and out of the game, as you said, Chew, right? You're not going to play 100% of the snaps. Typically, in offense, the only guys, if you're playing your full game and you're healthy, the offensive line and the quarterback are the only ones playing 100%. But the way that the wide receiver snaps are distributed, yeah, it's a little bit differently than other teams. Now, again, they don't have a Jamar Chase. Like, if they're doing this with Justin Jefferson, it would feel a lot more egregious. But, I mean, at some point, and we talked about this throughout the course of the season, Shu, like, at some point, I think you just got to go, hey, here's the pecking order. The only way you're getting the only way you're getting your opportunities now is if somebody gets hurt. Right? Like, yeah, you'll still play your 10, 15 snaps if you're Dontavian Wicks, if you're Savion Williams. But these are the guys we want to roll with because these are the guys that can make the biggest difference when they're out there on the field.
But if it is a tire thing, you pick and choose your spots. I mean, when you're a backside receiver and the run's away from you, you ain't going balls to the wall.
Just a little jog.
It's the same with me.
Kind of extend that hand on the defensive back a little bit.
If they're running away from me and I got a backside cutoff, ain't that hard. I don't have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not expending energy.
They're not going to get tired and stop baby them. If you get hurt, you get hurt. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. I'm 100% there with you. And we will find out what the Packers think of Jayden Reed by whatever contract they put in front of him, if they put a contract in front of him. But this wide receiver thing is coming to a head because, again, we've already got one leaving with Dobbs. But now you've put Watson on the same timeline as Reed, as Wicks. And now you got to make some decisions when it comes to the 3 that are going to be remaining, again, assuming that Dobbs does not come back, which I still cannot imagine.
Don't you want your draft picks there? I mean, Reed was a second-round pick.
Yep.
That's a high draft pick.
Yeah.
You don't want him back.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert got another deal. Free got another deal. I'm trying to think of high picks.
But wide receiver salaries are ones that, again, that have just exploded. Just exploded. Now the cap continues to go up, but trying to find like a mid-teens deal, there's jumps, too. So Jacoby Myers is making 20, Jerry Jeudy's at 17.5, Cooper Kupp's at 15, drop it off to 13.2, then 13, 12.5. There's just nothing between, there's one contract in the NFL right now for a wide receiver on an annual average value between $15 and $20 million. There's one.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of, whereas, between 20 and 25 million, there are 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's over $25 million, 13 receivers are making that. So there's a lot of money at the upper end of the market. I just don't know where these guys would, when I'm looking at the names on this list and kind of seeing where somebody would fit, I just don't know what kind of money ultimately they make. And I think that's going to factor into it big time.
Does this just come down to the Packers view him as a part-time player and he's going to go hit free agency and find somebody who doesn't? And they're going to pay him to not be
Then why'd you take him in the second round? Then why'd you take him in the second round?
Well, is that another disconnect between Gutekunst and LaFleur?
We just heard him yesterday. We played the audio about Matthew Golden. We were disappointed with his lack of opportunities. Thought he'd get more.
So does Gutekunst just sign him to make a point?
I guess then people look at you, well, why are you paying Jayden Reed all this money for him to be
he's never played
60% snap guy?
Yeah. So his rookie year, last year was 42%, which I think you throw out because, again, there's some injury stuff factored in. His rookie year, 56% of the snaps, Chew, and then his second year, 63.2% of the snaps for Jayden Reed.
That's why
that's a part-time player.
Ron would have done it, and that's why I'm talking about Rasheed Walker, okay? Because you're going to have the same problem with the offensive line. Rasheed Walker has beat out every person you played in front of him. And if you went to Rasheed Walker last year or the year before and say, when you still had a few questions about him and said, hey, how about $13 million for 3 years? Yep, I'll take it. Because you know what Rashid's going to get now? He's going to break the bank.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have the same problem with Morgan if he turns out to be a player, and Belton. That's why you got to be careful about carpet bombing positions instead of spreading it around, because this is what happens, Gabe.
Well, again, they carpet bombed the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
And again, it's not spread out. Yeah. Same thing. Great point with the offensive line. So some really, again, it's good that you have these players, but now it makes the decisions more difficult of how you're going to kind of navigate them.
But looking back now, Gabe, 2 years ago, you said Rasheed Walker, $13 million, 3 years or whatever, and felt fine with it.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the league, let me tell you what, rest of the league and reporters think he's a pretty darn good player.
I also think some of that's also, again, supply and demand. Like left tackles who have his starting experience don't hit the open market.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to get more than he's actually worth because teams will overpay for the free agents with experience.
That was Ron's MO. Ron's MO was throw money at a player that he think is going to develop into a good player, kind of trap them, throw some signing bonus money at them when they're young, and they took it. And they took it every time.
Especially when you're not a first-round pick, Chew. When you're a seventh-round pick.
Yes.
And that money means just a little bit more. Johnsonville has done something where I don't know, for the old, Jurassic Park, they were so preoccupied that they didn't wonder if they should. We dive into what's going on with Johnsonville coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. Stay up to date on the green and gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Smart 18 knows that success takes teamwork. With top-level training, healthcare, and retirement plans, Smart Local 18 gives you the tools to win on and off the job site. Visit smart18.org and join the team that builds America.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
He's a husband, a dad, owner of a gym. He's also a police officer. Staying strong and pain-free isn't optional. It's safety. That's why David Boardman's a QC Kinetics patient.
My job is dependent on my physical ability and my physical fitness so that I can protect myself, so that I can go home safe to my family at the end of the night.
But severe knee pain nearly took that away. Doctors said surgery, shut down the workouts. David needed another option. That was QC Kinetics. They told him,
we're going to give you the opportunity to have not one, but two healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
They used David's own healing tools in his blood to help restore his knees. Regenerative treatments right in the office.
Since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week.
Trust the team helping active people avoid surgery. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
This Valentine's month, Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with $300 off during our Valentine's sale. Now through February 28th only. It's the perfect time to fall in love with the result-getting Milwaukee Weight Loss program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. Whether you want to look great for Valentine's Day, an upcoming event, or just for you, you can start losing those unwanted pounds right now. No more losing weight and gaining it back. This program helps you keep the weight off for good. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Josh DiMaggio here, and I have already lost 15 pounds since I started this journey in mid-January, and now it's your time to show yourself some love with $300 off. But hurry, this Valentine's sale ends February 28th. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call 262-235-3980 now for your free consultation. That's 262-235-3980 or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Access to education changes lives. That's why National University provides flexible online and hybrid programs from associate to doctorate degrees. Since 1971, NU was built to serve non-traditional working and military learners nationwide. NU understands the demands of work, family, and service. Each year, more than 130,000 learners trust National University to move forward. Visit nu.edu to learn more.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You want more physical harm beset upon people who are trying to earn a living.
I want winners.
If someone has to die in order for us to win, then that's the price you pay.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Jaime in Orlando hits us up on the Carpless Talk at text line, 800-990-3776. Gabe, if Reed isn't as good as you say, how did he lead the team in yardage for 2 years, even with the limited snaps? Why do they not give him more if he's proven he makes the most of what he's given? That's my question, Jaime. I'm not saying he's bad. I look at the way the Packers use him and wonder if that's the way they're going to use him, if that's worth paying. That's my question. I have the same questions as you do, Jaime. If he's this difference maker that Matt LaFleur is saying, why are you only putting him out there 60% of the time? Elite receivers are going to average throughout the course of a season somewhere between 80 and 90% of their team snaps. He's never played 80% of snaps in a single game in his career. He's never hit 80%. He's never played 4 out of every 5 plays offensively for the Packers in a game. And that's why I've got the questions about Jayden Reed, because I question how the coaching staff looks at him. Again, he does have limited opportunities. It's widely impressive, Chewy, that he's been able to lead the team his rookie year and his second year in yards because he's not out there as often as some of these top receivers. And yes, that's impressive to me. But if they're not going to use him, that's where I go, okay, is he worth paying if you're not actually going to use him?
Is anyone on the team getting 80 to 90% of the snaps?
No wide receivers. No wide receiver.
Yeah, that's just the way they do it, and I don't understand that. Why that's the way they do it.
Romeo Doubs was the closest, and I think probably at points during the season with injuries might have surpassed it. Gabe, you probably have the numbers better. I felt like this year he peaked, and he was the highest like as a runaway.
Which I don't understand, because when you're playing your guy that much, isn't he your favorite?
So
it doesn't make sense.
Romeo played 78% of the snaps this year for the Packers, but that went down as the season went along.
Right.
So he peaked with 92.3 against Carolina. After that, 61.8, 76.4, 72.7. Bounced back up against Detroit and Chicago. 84.1, 81.1, then 75.8, 62.5. And then in his last game against Baltimore, because he did not play against Minnesota, 57.4. And then he played 73% of the offensive snaps in the postseason game for Romeo.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, as a reporter ever said, why do you split so much time between your receivers?
They do, and it says that's just how we do it here. Which leads you to a question, is it due to lack of talent, or do you just have a poorly run wide receiver rotation?
Well, and I understand wanting to get some of these, because again, at one point, and I don't think we're there anymore, at one point all these guys were young. So you're trying to figure out which ones are good. Mm-hmm. But some point in the last 3 years, you needed to figure out which ones you should prioritize. And maybe they were going to do that with Jayden Reed this year. I doubt it. But we won't know
with
because
that foot injury.
Yeah.
Well, didn't when remember Rosenhaus called Goody or something, and then Goody tell him that, well, Jayden Reed's our number one receiver.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah, because that was the way that Shefty had reported
Good drama. I mean, I should really go up there, but I don't have the strength.
Well, okay, what would you ask?
I'd be a Richard. That's what I would be.
Well, yeah, that's what I want. We want you to do. What do I have to do to make this happen? Get you up to a because look, you're not going to come up here now, right? But like a mini camp practice in June,
they're not going to answer it anyways.
But
right?
maybe they will if you're there.
I'm not going to let you in the room.
You think if we apply for a credential for Chewy to cover mini camp, they're not going to let Chewy in for the presser for LaFleur? They would just deny Chewy a credential. He's a working member of the media.
Gabe, they would do what they did in the movie Miracle with Herb Brooks. We have our assistant strength coach filling in for Matt LaFleur because Matt is out game planning for the game.
It's May.
That's what they would do.
Okay, that's fair enough. I would personally drive you up. I would rent whatever vehicle I needed to so you could just take a nap in the back. I'd drive you up to Green Bay.
Jason does as good a job. Jason asks the tough questions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
But yeah, you're just not going to, it's just the way we do it. It's the answer you get out of the Packers. Okay, in 2 minutes, we still have to get to the Johnsonville sausage story. Plus, we do want to talk about what's happening with the team down south because Ben Johnson just continues to try his hardest to keep the Packers-Bears rivalry alive. From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after an in-depth recap of every Bucs game in 6 minutes, no more, no less. Bucs in 6 in the Bucs Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucs in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis, the big blocks from Miles Turner, and catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. It's Bucs in 6 in the Bucs Plus audio network. Find it now at bucs.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
The crash on northbound 4394 right at the base of the high-rise bridge. It is off on the right shoulder, so keep that in mind. We do have delays coming out of the Mitchell interchange around the Plainfield curve past Oklahoma, and then you're back on the brakes from Lincoln up to the accident scene. Westbound 94 slowing down just west of 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. A couple more taps on the brakes as you're making your way into Waukesha County. We've got eastbound 94 backing up a bit from just before 84th Street almost to Hawley Road. And then on Highway 100 southbound, right about at the ramp to go westbound on 94, we got a crash. They may have to close off some lanes. Again, it's not on the freeway. It's on Highway 100, so keep that in mind. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, a high of 41. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
There's a big part of me that really respects Ben Johnson because he's keeping this thing alive, man. Everywhere he goes, he's always talking about the Packers. You don't have to question how he potentially feels. Again, everybody, most everybody in the NFL world finds their way at some point to Indianapolis this week for the NFL Draft Combine. Ben Johnson was there, too. Here's what he had to say about the green and gold with Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk.
Watch any Seinfeld growing up?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Well, because I'm going to ask you a question the way Jerry Seinfeld would. What is the deal with the Packers?
Who likes the Packers?
How much of that is leaning fully into your job as Bears coach, and how much of it is how you truly feel?
Yeah, I mean, the Bears and the Packers, they should not like each other. I think it's as simple as that. And I think that's going to make this rivalry, this game, something that people are going to watch here going forward.
Have you talked to Matt LaFleur at all? Because I feel like he gets confused. Like, what did I do? Do you have any relationship with him? Have you heard from him? Has he called you up and he said, what's the deal? Like, anything like that?
No, we don't talk.
Okay. Do you want it that way?
I'm good with it.
Has he tried to reach out to you?
No.
I got to let you go. Give me one thing that you want to see Caleb Williams do to get to the next level in 26.
Okay, we don't need to hear that answer.
Yeah, who cares?
But he's keeping it alive, and he actually he was almost like a professional wrestler there, Chew, where obviously he's got the gimmick going, and then, hey, how do you really feel? Well, I mean, Bears and Packers should just hate each other. It's basically what he says. Good on him, though. I don't mind him going out there and talking the way he does about the Packers, because again, he's the Bears coach, and he makes it easy for me, a Packers fan, to hate him. Again, he hates me. I hate him. I can reach across the aisle and shake his hand. All right, we don't like each other, and that's the way it should be.
I love it. I agree. I think LaFleur's dropping the ball. LaFleur's trying to be like Mike Brady when Cindy was getting picked on, and the kid wanted to carry over and fight Peter, and then Mike Brady's like, well, you have to reason with him first. Okay, reason with him before you get into a fight. No, go knock him out.
Well, but
knock
again,
him out.
The thing is, like the Packers have been
shot back.
Yeah, that's just not LaFleur's style.
Who
and I don't
cares?
think he's going to do that.
You know what? Get someone that's going to do it. Then get that laser guy. Have laser guy do it. Yeah.
Jonathan Gannon.
Come on.
Shots.
I mean, Gabe.
Explosives.
You're a big WWL. You're a big wrestling fan.
Absolutely.
You can't let the guy do that, huh?
But part of me likes the way that LaFleur's kind of playing it. It doesn't bother me. They think about us all the time. Obviously, he can't stop talking about us. I got more things to worry about. I got bigger things to worry about. He's worried about us. I'm worried about. No, I think it's. I don't think he's afraid. I think it's. I don't, because Chewy, for how long in this job, he hasn't had to think about the Chicago Bears, right? Every Bears coach that has been hired, really since you guys started dominating the rivalry and you guys beat up on Dave Wanstead and the Bears back in the 90s, every Bears coach that's been hired has to answer the question, well, how are you going to beat the Packers? How are you going to beat the Packers? The last Packers coach that had to answer that was Holmgren. So it's not something that he necessarily thinks about.
Gabe, you take this from Mike Ditka, all right? And I've had the opportunity to meet Mike a few times, and he is, he's great. Or Mike Singletary. You don't take it from Willie Joe high school boy, okay? That little dweeb. I'm sorry, you just don't.
No, it's the meme from Breaking Bad, or it's not Breaking Bad, from Mad Men, where John Hamm's character's in the elevator and somebody looks at him and goes, "I feel sorry for you," and Hamm walks out of the elevator. His character Don Draper says, "I don't think about you at all."
Gabe, if we
that's what it is. Like he again. Ben Johnson keeps poking at Matt LaFleur, and Matt LaFleur's going, "I don't think about you at all. You're not even worth my time."
I don't think so. I think LaFleur's coming off as a little scared.
I don't know. I think he's coming off as.
I'm just telling you.
I don't have to. I'm reading it as I don't have to think about you. I got bigger things to worry about than the Chicago Bears. Yeah, the Bears, they got to worry about how you can beat the Packers every year.
Did you see the handshake after?
Yeah. The lack of handshake. Yeah.
I wouldn't even go up there. I wouldn't even go out there if that's the case. He's got to fire something back. Josh, what's your take?
I wish Matt LaFleur would meet the moment. I understand it's a little hard after you've lost 3 out of the last 4 games against them. But being the I'm above it guy, which is clearly the path Matt LaFleur has chosen to this point, doesn't work when you're getting your ass kicked. And the other guy's showing up to a fist fight, and you're showing up to shake hands and play a thumb war.
No, but again, this is completely to me about different expectations. The Bears' bar for a successful season is beating the Packers. Packers beat the Bears this last year. We don't care. It comes down to what else are you going to do to win championships?
I mean, you may have disagreed with me, but I said the best possible outcome for the season was to knock the Bears out of the playoffs. Because that season, after losing 4 consecutive games, had gotten to the point where defeating the Bears and putting them in their place would have been the best thing that could have happened.
100%. But again, the overall, Ben Johnson went into that job, how do I beat the Packers?
Yes,
Matt LaFleur's got to go into the job, how do I win championships?
Well, the problem is there's a real rivalry here now, and Matt LaFleur is treating it like there isn't.
Well, because again, he hasn't had to treat it like there's one for how many years?
Well, when you get up 21-3 next time, beat their ass, please.
Yeah. And run the score up.
Yes.
And don't stop.
Put 50
when they say, Gabe,
part of that's
why
on
did
your...
you go for 2, Gabe? Why'd you go for 2?
Because I couldn't go for 3.
Because I couldn't go for 3.
By the way, part of the reason why they lost that 21-3 lead is your boy Sheed, so...
Now you don't like Sheed. You don't like Jaden Reed, and you don't like
I'm just saying, Sheed didn't play well in that game.
You just don't like people with 2 E's in their name.
It's a good point, Gabe.
That's fair, right, Josh?
You know what?
You got a clear bias here.
Yeah, when I'm caught, I got to admit it, right? I got to look in the mirror, and I got to admit I'm wrong. 2 E's in the name?
Ben's in trouble.
How many E's do you think are in Ben?
Should have quit while you're ahead of the guy.
Ben, B-E-N-N. Ben.
Talking about the former Dallas star Jamie Benn?
We were talking about hockey earlier this week.
Have been.
Well, yes, in terms of that word, yes.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, not Ben Brust. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I get where you're coming from. We've got to get to the top 8 at 8. That is coming your way next.
Are you looking to make some meaningful changes in your life? Are you looking for a weight loss program that works? That's where Milwaukee Weight Loss comes in. I'm Josh DiMaggio, and I'm starting that journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. From the first consultation, their team really listened and built a customized plan around me and my goals. I'm down 20 pounds at this point. I've lost a pant size, and I'm feeling my best. This Valentine's month, Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with $300 off during their Valentine's sale now through February 28th only. This program is different. No intense workouts, no prepackaged meals, no counting calories or points, no drugs, surgery, or injections, just a proven metabolic reset. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. Milwaukee Weight Loss has already helped thousands of people change their lives. There's no better time than now to take control and start feeling confident again. Schedule a free consultation at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980 or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got delays along eastbound 94, starting around 76th Street, past 68th. We've got northbound 4394, hitting the brakes right about at Howard Avenue, stretching all the way up to the base of the high-rise bridge where there is an accident off on the right shoulder. Westbound 94, we've got delays from just west of 27th Street, past Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, a high of 41. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. I told you guys last week, cable snapped on our garage door. And if you find yourself in that situation, you should call my friends at Geist. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build you a custom design to meet your exact needs if that's the direction you want to go. Go to geistdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, see hundreds of doors and openers, and their custom design room. Don't think twice. Call Geist, GEIS doors.com. That's GEIS doors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I thought
Salvation
every time
Army.
that they hear their name when it's non-scheduled, that's what they want to hear.
I could hear Ashley laughing in the background.
Am I right or wrong?
He's not wrong. Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He is wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
A limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, a wheeling, dealing son of a gun. Of course, that's Ric Flair. Woo! He is coming to Milwaukee. March 27th at the Riverside Theater, Thanasis Antetokounmpo hosting Thanalysis Live with the WWE Hall of Famer and global icon himself, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. It's not a cameo. It's not going to be just a little 5-minute interview. No, it's a full live show. High energy, unfiltered storytelling, behind-the-scene moments you've never heard. And if you know Thanasis, you know he's bringing the juice, the energy, the laughs, surprises. And when Flair grabs the mic, anything can happen. It's 100% true. You know it if you know the Nature Boy. Tickets are limited. Don't wait. Lock yours in now. TALiveshow.com. TALiveshow.com. The Analysis Live, March 27th at the Riverside, presented by Gruber Law Offices and Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Woo!
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pie.
Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken.
Oh my God.
Show me chicken.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Hey, Josh. Real quick.
Yes.
I think I should do that read tomorrow. I will be much better, I promise you.
Throwing down the gauntlet?
Just saying.
Well, let's hear your woo.
Jet stealing! Woo! You got to do the dance too, Gabe.
The Flair strut. Do I got to do the flare flop? Come out of the corner and just face plant?
I love. Are you going, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, I will do everything I can to try to be.
You met
there.
him before too, huh?
Yeah, I was there when he threw out the first pitch at the Dock Hounds game a couple of years ago. A couple of Dodge County boys hanging out.
He is awesome.
He's one of one.
He came and spoke to us in Carolina because Reggie was wrestling.
Oh, sure, with WCW.
When we play, he was fabulous. Love Flair.
I don't know if I'd want him talking before a game.
No, he didn't. We were there.
Like, if he wants to give me a speech before I'm going out and partying, yeah.
Yeah. He's great.
That's where Rick comes in handy.
One of a kind.
We just got to make sure he doesn't try to wrestle again.
I would agree. He should leave his shirt on.
All right, so I thought of this list, Chew, here on the top 8 at 8. I've got a list of 8 things. You and Josh, you guess back and forth. And then once you each get one incorrect, we open up to the fans, 800-990-3776. Whoever closes out the list gets an ESPN Milwaukee prize pack. Thought about this because Shefty yesterday was talking about the Seahawks sale and how much they could potentially go for. So I am looking for the top 8 franchises in terms of their evaluation. So what franchises are worth the most? I just went North American franchises. So all of sports.
All of sports.
Yes.
All right. I'll start it off, Joshy.
Yeah, the first one should be easy.
Dallas Cowboys.
They are number 1. Any guess on the evaluation of the Cowboys?
$12 billion.
13.
Oh!
Wow.
13 billion.
Okay.
A lot of these are tight. There's a pretty big gap.
Yeah.
Between the Cowboys and number 2.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the Dodgers are on this list, but they're around like 8 or 9.
So the L.A. Dodgers are tied for 18th.
Whoa!
At $6.8 billion.
Really?
Huh.
Okay.
Well, sorry about that.
I'll go with the Washington Commanders.
Commies are 14th on the list, $7.6 billion.
Well, we gotta reload here.
Yeah, okay. We'll give you some mulligans here.
The next one's going to be the New York Giants.
Giants, number 4 on the list, $10.1 billion.
I thought Washington had really good value.
I think they do for how bad they are.
Yeah. And I'm once the stadium's complete, I'm guessing that number is going to tick up.
San Fran.
The San Francisco 49ers, $8.6 billion, number 8 on the list.
Okay, Josh, we got the ceiling and the floor.
This one might sound a little crazy, but I think it's correct. The Denver Broncos.
Tied with the Dodgers. So you got the two that are T18, Josh. $6.8 billion. You've got that covered.
Goodness.
This is I'll go with a safe one, I guess, Gabe.
Okay.
Let's go with Philadelphia Freedom.
Number 9 on the list, Philadelphia, $8.3 billion.
Josh, what in the...
All right.
Is there basketball in there?
There are basketball teams in here, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
There's one that has a really expensive stadium.
Okay.
800-990-3776. The top 8 franchises in North American sports in terms of the value of the franchise.
I know who these first callers are based on caller ID, so I'm not even going to screen them.
All right.
Oh, yeah, there it is. John in Milwaukee. John, you are on the line.
What's up, John?
What's up?
All right, what do you got? We got the Cowboys at 1, Giants at 4, Niners at 8. Who do you got on our top 8 at 8 today?
Let's go with the Yankees.
The New York Yankees are tied for 10th at $8.2 billion.
Yeah, once you said Dodgers, I was like...
Yeah. All righty, Chef Ed. Chef Ed, you are up on top 8 at 8.
Josh, are you there?
Yeah.
What's up, Chef?
Yeah, am I on? Oh,
You
am I
are
live
on,
right now?
yeah. Joshy knows your number, so he just puts you right through.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to go through the screening process.
All right, well, yeah, just listening to. I'm going to take out the 2 LA teams. I'm going to take the Lakers and the Rams.
So the Rams are number 3 at $10.5 billion, and the Lakers at $10 billion are number 5.
Okay.
And then we already had the Giants, so another New York team. I'll try the Knicks.
The Knickerbockers are number 6 on the list, $9.75 billion. Keep it cooking, Chef Ed. What do you got?
So how many more do I got to go?
You got two.
Game?
You got 2 more left.
Well, the famous franchise, a lot of TV deals. I'll go with the New England Patriots.
Patriots are number 7, $9 billion. And do you have the last one on the list?
I don't know. I'm going to have to really stretch on this. All right, we got the Cowboys, Rams. No, I'm going to have to follow out. I can't get the last one.
Good run.
Good run, Chef Ed. Made a good run. We just have the number 2 team left on the list.
Did we hit the expensive stadium, Gabe?
I mean, the Lakers do have an expensive stadium, but I don't know if that was the team Joshua was necessarily
the last one
about.
in the NBA team.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I know.
Who do we got? We got Mike and Franklin. Mike, can you close out our top 8 at 8 list today?
I missed part of it, but I didn't know if somebody said the LA Lakers or not.
Okay, so the Lakers did. So I'll tell you what, Mike, I'll reset the list for you because we've got 7 of the 8. The Cowboys are 1 at 13.
No, I'm okay, sorry, go ahead. I didn't know if somebody guessed the Lakers is what I'm saying. I turned it on late.
Yep. That's why I'm going to reset the list for you so you're good to go. The Lakers were guessed and they are correct. So the Cowboys are number 1. The Rams are 3. Giants are 4. Lakers 5. Knicks 6. Patriots 7. Niners are 8. We just need that team that is number 2.
Boston Celtics.
The Boston Celtics are tied for 20th at $6.7 billion. So that is incorrect.
Josh, you got me stumped, Josh.
Let's go to Ashton and Sheboygan. Ashton, do you have the last team on our list?
I think I do. I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors.
The Golden State Warriors are worth, Chew, $11 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
was that the stadium you're talking about?
Yes. Think about the real estate that it takes up.
Oh, yeah. I've been by it.
Yeah. And
I've
then
never
think
been in
about the actual value of putting a brand new state of the art. I mean, theirs is like top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. That was a good list, Gabe.
Yeah.
Where are the pack?
Packers are 22nd at $6.65 billion.
That's not bad.
Seahawks are tied with the Celtics at $6.7 billion. I would anticipate them going for more than that, Chew.
Yes.
Because again, when these teams become available, there's a bidding war, especially NFL teams. The Bears were tied for 10th with the Yankees at $8.2 billion, and I'm guessing that number is going to go up whenever they build their stadium.
Yeah.
Although I can't imagine if they go to Indiana, that's going to help the evaluation.
No.
But they seem to think that they're going to get something done at Arlington Heights.
See now what LaFleur should do if they do go to Gary. I would send him a container full of gummy bears. The Gary Bears. That would be a good pop, Gabe.
And maybe a Jackson 5 album. Things that Gary are famous for.
Yes. That would, and I would do it in a press conference. I would say, here's the package that I'm sending to my friend Ben Johnson, not the runner. Come on, Gabe.
The one from Canada.
Your theory is just ain't gonna work, all right?
Again, he just hasn't had to worry about the Bears.
All right, okay. Good list.
Tune into the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, Bucks Plus Audio Network. It's presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR benefits consultant. Bucks versus the World, narrated by comedian Charlie Behrens, reveals the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to take on the best national team in the world, the Soviet Union. Before the Dream Team, this long-forgotten tournament in Milwaukee globalized the game of basketball and opened the doors to international stars coming to the NBA. Find Behind the Bucks, Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and the new ESPN Wisconsin app, wherever you get your podcasts. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Northbound on 4394, backing up right now from just Howard Avenue all the way up to the high-rise bridge where there is a break. There's an accident right there off on the right shoulder, so careful with that. Westbound 94, we've got delays from about 27th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound is also backed up from 76th Street past Hawley. We do have another broken down vehicle eastbound 894 right at Forest Home off on the right shoulder. Luckily, it's not in traffic, but that's something you want to keep an eye on, as that's a pretty big area where folks are using that to get onto the freeway. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly to mostly cloudy, a high of 41. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while you're out here showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day, your home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What was a rebound? What did you just say?
Robust. You could say robust.
Rebound.
Doesn't robust sound like a nice word of saying just a click below fat?
No, buddy, you're not fat.
Well,
you're
there's
rebound.
Well, Charles Barkley.
There's another
round mound of rebound.
On 94.5 ESPN.
I feel like we want to support, we want to love our Wisconsin companies, right? We want to support them here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I'm curious if we can support this one, though, Chew. So Johnsonville, again, proudly a Wisconsin company. They have introduced in a signature new sausage inspired by Dr. Pepper's one-of-a-kind 23 flavor blend. It's sweet. It's salty. So it's coming out March 1st. So coming up on Sunday, you're going to be able to get this in grocery stores all over the place. They have a Dr. Pepper-inspired smoked sausage and just a regular Dr. Pepper-inspired sausage. Do you want your sausage, Chew, to be tasting like Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Really?
Now,
when's the last time you had a Dr. Pepper?
I don't drink soda. I can't tell you the last time I drink soda, but when I did, Dr. Pepper was my go-to.
The pep
I
was
love
your
Dr.
man?
Pepper.
Like to go visit the doctor?
Yeah. So I am very intrigued by this. I will say this. Johnsonville's cheddar brats are the best, hands down. Which spiked my memory, Joshy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember there was a time where I said U-Singer hot dogs were the absolute best, which they are?
Yeah.
And they sent me a pack. Where is that pack now?
That was stolen by somebody. You can add
What is the problem with our office?
You can add it to the list of the pizza oven, the pizzas, the Kringles, and the gift cards.
Because I'm telling you, I expect something from Johnsonville because their cheddar brats, like I said, are the absolute best.
The only
They're
thing
the
is
best.
the only reason you say something on the radio is to try to get it for free?
Yes.
Maybe. And I am excited, and Gabe, I definitely will try the Dr. Pepper Johnsonville.
Yeah. See, the thing is, Dr. Pepper, I've seen people use on like their pork or even a brisket, they'll use it and sort of put it in the pan.
Sure.
Because of the flavors that it has. I've never had it before, so it's not a completely foreign concept to me.
No.
And with a long-established company like Johnsonville, I don't think this is just a gimmick. I believe they got something good here.
They've got some recipes on the website. Smoked Johnsonville Dr. Pepper-inspired sausage mac and cheese with fire-roasted jalapenos. Dr. Pepper cherry bomb nachos. Dr. Pepper kebabs. Dr. Pepper burnt ends.
Burnt
That
ends
doesn't
sounds
sound
interesting.
bad. Because when I would slow cook ribs in the oven first, Gabe, I would usually put some type of soda beneath them.
Okay. Yeah, and they
And it
absorb.
usually turns out pretty good.
They
So
absorb
I am
that moisture.
I'm actually excited to try this.
How
I
do
think
we
they're
feel
gonna be
about
good.
them marketing this as the fizzy glizzy?
I could
don't
do
like the
without
word
that.
Yeah.
I'm all aboard. I won't call it that.
You're not going to call it the fizzy glizzy?
No, won't happen.
Step too far.
I will do a lot of things. I might even take myself to the grocery store on Sunday, nice, bright and early. Go get some of those. Why not? See what happens.
So, Gabe, you're the resident chef and the resident smoker.
Okay.
So you don't have to put those in any beer or anything like that, correct?
So
'Cause it would...
again, when it comes to brats, I know a lot of people like to soak them in beer before they grill them. Don't do that. It makes the brat too mushy. If you want to do that after you've made them to kind of keep them warm and they can absorb, yes, you can do that. But I would say don't do it before. If you wanted to throw, I don't know if you'd want to throw these in beer.
Yeah,
I'd be curious because, again, I don't know what this flavor is, right? I don't know how the pork and Dr. Pepper are going to work together.
Seems like one thing. Seems like somebody should be firing up their smoker, doing a little trial around, maybe bringing some in. Yeah.
Now, I've got a homework assignment.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But, Chewy, you're not even going to be here.
I'll tell you how it is, Chew. I'll have yours and
I'll
mine.
let you know when I'm coming back. I got to come back one more time before I come back for good.
But these come out this weekend. I mean...
It's freezer, Gabe. Ever heard of it?
Well, yeah, but I'm just going to say I think we're going to want to try this on the show before he's back.
To test drive them?
Yeah. And if they're good, then maybe I can make them again, bring some in for you.
Get crazy with the Dr. Pepper burnt ends.
Ooh,
try some of the different recipes they have here.
Okay.
I'm all for it. Now, maybe it's my trust in the Johnsonville brand.
Sure.
The same way I would trust U-Singers.
Yeah.
They're putting it out there. It's not just a gimmick.
Extensive taste testing to kind of figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work.
When it comes to sausage, those guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm curious. Like, am I going to want, like, what mustard's going to go best with this?
Probably sweet,
that's
right?
a good question.
What about a Dijon?
I'm thinking some onions, some caramelized onions.
Well, that just goes with any sausage.
Yeah, that's.
But that is
Goes without saying.
Is a honey mustard too much sweet?
That's, yeah. I think. Well, I mean, if you're a true brat and sausage guy, like most of us are, I've got about 5 variations. I'm willing to try them all.
In my fridge right now, I've got a honey mustard, a regular yellow.
Yeah.
I've got Chewy, the best mustard out there, which is the beer brat inspired mustard, which has a little bit of horseradish in it, which is fantastic.
Yep. I will say this: the mustard in Florida sucks.
Well, yeah, because the sausage game in Florida is going to stink.
There's like 4 different kinds of mustard.
Unrefined palates.
I want 25 different kinds of mustard.
You want to walk into the condiment aisle and have half of it be mustard.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think that's because down in Florida, I mean, again, we have racing sausages up here, Chew.
Yeah, you're not eating stone crab with mustard. Although
No, you are not.
You're right. Yeah,
I think it's just it's just the different types of foods we got.
Yeah.
So we need those types of mustards because again, we've got the Polish, we've got bratwursts, Italian sausages, hot dogs. We've got it all, man.
Yeah.
And now we've got Dr. Pepper infused sausage.
Come on, you're making me miss home a little bit. Although I heard it's going to be 51 there
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be warm tomorrow.
Is it really?
Yeah, high 55.
Yeah, that's still too cold.
Then it kind of gets cold again. We're kind of doing this thing where, and I guess I'm okay with it, where it's colder during the week and then it's heating up on the weekends a little bit. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Which is good, which is what you want.
I'm okay with that.
You got a round in yet?
I do not, no.
What are you doing?
You're
talk about soft. You're getting soft.
There's no place open.
Gabe, the old Gabe used to play when it was 51 degrees out.
Well, yeah, but places got to be open. And a lot of places, the snow still wasn't melted quite yet.
I mean, I was on vacation, but beating you two around on the year, unbelievable.
You were in New Orleans. That doesn't count.
Plan a vacay.
I've got one coming up in March.
Gabe, just do what my son Dyson
3 weeks.
What he does, he lives on a course right over here, private course. He just walks on. Someone tells him to leave, then
we don't need.
At least you're getting 3 or 4.
I don't know if you need to be dropping a dime on your own kid walking onto private courses, pal.
We also don't need the news story of local radio host gets arrested for trespassing.
There's no sign. There's no sign.
I can see the video now. Chewy told me it was okay. What are you doing, Chewy? You know Chewy, right? He said it was okay.
Oh, don't act like you've never walked onto a course before.
Me? Never.
Yeah.
Never done that. Preposterous that you would even suggest such a thing. I am offended. Speaking of golf, the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, it's presented by Old Fashioned Golf. It is back. It's been completely reimagined, taking place March 13th through the 15th at Mosh Performance Center in Franklin. It's going to be Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. Get your VIP tickets now, $50 at GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com. Those VIP tickets include a dozen golf balls, a round of golf, and much more. So think about that value that you're getting there with just the things you get with it. Plus, you get access to the Great Golf Show. Right now, we want to send you to the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show with a couple of general admission tickets. Caller number 6. Caller 6 right now, 800-990-3776 wins 2 general admission tickets to the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show presented by Old Fashioned Golf.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We've enjoyed having PCI help us with all of our home projects. As you might know, my husband and I are not the most handy people, so when we get into a jam, we always reach out to our friends at PCI. In fact, it's the off season. My thumbs are twitching. I got a project. I got to call my friends over at PCI, have them come over, assess the situation, and maybe you're in that same spot. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you're ready to refresh an outdated room. The PCI team can help you with that with their photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list all delivered to you. Learn more about that and everything that PCI can do for you at their website, professionalconstructioninc.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WINNING for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code WINNING. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WINNING for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WINNING.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. This Marquette Minute is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is the official viewing party location for Marquette road games this season.
Marquette picked up its first road win of the season, rolling past Georgetown 76-60 in Washington, D.C. The Golden Eagles opened up the second half with a big 15-7 run and led by as many as 13 points down the stretch. Freshman Nigel James Jr. led the charge with 20 points, marking the 9th time this season he scored 20 or more.
Now going to the basket. Took on all 5 players. That was another Jordan. That was a Jordan.
What was that?
Drove, beat 4 players, and then launched and hammered.
Marquette improved to 10-18 overall and 5-12 in Big East play. They're back home Sunday afternoon to take on DePaul at Fiserv Forum.
This Marquette Minute is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is the official viewing party location for Marquette road games this season. Check out the Golden Eagles watch party schedule at gomarquette.com/BWW.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. Yeah, I didn't think so. If you're feeling pain that makes you feel older than you are, there's good news. QC Kinetics patients here in Milwaukee are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life at full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Dr. Caravelli and the team at QC Kinetics and their medical professionals use the latest in regenerative treatments, backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body and concentrate them right where you need relief. Nothing makes it more real than hearing the real stories behind QC Kinetics. Mike is training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Kathy walked around Disney with her grandkids. Alan is back to work, now climbing ladders like no big deal. All real QC Kinetics patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases, and the sooner the joint damage slows down. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics and their regenerative treatments. Your visit and consultation is absolutely free. Give them a call now at 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Do you like your pickles warm or cold?
Want my pickle a little warm.
Warm's good.
It's better than cold.
Cold
You
can
got
be
shrinkage.
good too.
Yeah, well, no,
Cold
shrinkage
can
gets
be good.
involved. It's not great.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Couple of texts to get to here on the Carpless Talk and Text line, talking about the fizzy glizzies, as they are calling them. Johnsonville's Dr. Pepper inspired sausage. Jared says the word glizzy makes me feel how most feel about the word moist.
Same. Yeah.
You're out on the word glizzy?
Refuse to say it. I don't think I've ever said it in my life.
You've never said the word glizzy?
Nope. Won't do it.
And the thing is, like, glizzy's not a word you can trick someone into saying.
Right.
Because it's a made-up word.
Correct.
It's not real. So, okay. Hodag Steve says, well, I've been on the Johnsonville website researching these fizzy glizzies for 15 minutes. Holy cannoli, these look legit. Perfect timing for spring training, baby. Crew in Johnsonville, it's springtime, baby. And Ryan points out that if I am going to get some of these sausages and put them in the freezer to make sure I don't put them in the work freezer. Because, well,
yeah,
who knows?
They'll be gone.
Who knows what's going to happen there. Our Infinity exterior polls of the day. Our first one, are there different forms of disgusting? 75% of people say yes. I look at disgusting as like the king. Like, you can't get worse than disgusting. There aren't levels to it. Either you're disgusting or you're not. And you had brought up the different levels of disgusting that you have to deal with, even though I put you just in that disgusting
there's
category.
Disgusting. Yeah. There's levels, Gabe.
Again,
like
I think if you
when the maggots were in Gladiator in his cut on his arm,
sure,
that's a different level of disgusting. Am I right?
I don't know, man. I think about you wearing the same pair of socks every day, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit.
My feet don't sweat. Unless you have a condition.
Sometimes you just say things, and we're supposed to let it go by, but it's just not true. I just don't believe it.
Well, there's no...
Are you trying to say there's no the bottom of your feet never sweat?
No, mine are all
in socks and shoes. As you're doing, what'd you do yesterday for cardio day?
I did 40 minutes on the bike.
You've never taken your socks off and go, wow, these things are a little damp.
No, maybe when I played.
You think?
Today's second Infinity Exteriors poll over on Twitter. Should the Packers prioritize extending Jayden Reed? I'm actually a little surprised. Now, again, early results here, because we just posted this not that long ago. 61% of people are saying no. 38.9% are saying yes.
That's about right.
I wonder if it's because I said prioritize. Like, if you're thinking, well, I'd want Tucker Kraft back first.
Sure.
Maybe that's...
But, I mean, maybe if it was, should it just be on the to-do list? Yeah, I'm not putting it above. Like, if you can get something done with Watson, I'd rather have a deal done with Watson, right?
I don't think he's shown enough, but I think there's more in the tank. He has not hit his ceiling.
But if that's the way you feel, Chew, then you should, I think the Packers should, that if they feel the same way as you, do what you've talked about. Try to give him a contract that maybe seems a little bit under and hope he grows and outperforms it.
Throw it out there.
Because
throw out a Quay Walker type deal to see if he bites on it.
Yeah,
right?
And look, Quay ultimately bet on himself, right? They put that deal in front of Quay during spring training camp. He didn't sign it, and now he's going to cash in elsewhere. And that could happen with Jayden.
I wouldn't be shocked to see Jayden flourish even more than we've seen in Green Bay if somebody gives him 75, 80% of snaps, and they are a more pass-dependent team, and he can sort of function in a way that is more conducive to what he does best.
I mean, the big thing with him is he's got to prove he can play outside more.
Yeah.
Because that's how his snap count goes up. If he can play outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's... And I don't know if he's necessarily done that. I don't know if the Packers are going to give him that opportunity because of the number of guys that they have that can play on the outside. Wilde and Tausch, they're coming your way next here on 94.5 ESPN.
Eastbound 94, we got some backups from 84th Street almost to Hawley Road. The westbound side tightening up right through the stadium.